Everyone talks about going viral like it's the ultimate goal, but the truth is, viral views are the junk food of YouTube. Quick hits, zero nutrition, and you're starving again tomorrow. Loyal subscribers, though, that's the real meal. Those are the people who click before reading the title, who defend you in the comments, and like unpaid lawyers who stick around when the algorithm forgets your name. And here's the part nobody tells you. Loyalty is not built by accident. It's definitely not built by luck, and it's engineered intentionally and through how you think about your content and how your audience and your identity as a creator. And the biggest mistake most creators make is treating every video like a standalone lottery ticket instead of a brick in a larger system. If your content doesn't feel connected, if your personality shifts depending on what's trending, if your audience can't clearly explain why they watch you, then you're not building loyalty. You're renting attention. And rented attention disappears the second the rent goes up. So the real secret starts here. You need to become predictable in a way that doesn't feel boring. And that sounds like a contradiction, but it's actually the foundation of every loyal audience. Think about it. People subscribe because they believe they know what they're going to get from you. Not the exact same video, but the same feeling, the same tone, the same value. And if one video is deep and meaningful, the next is chaotic and nonsense. And the next is a heartfelt, half-hearted trend. Your audience doesn't know who you are. And if they don't know who you are, they can't attach to you. Clarity beats the creativity when it comes to loyalty. And once people understand your thing, then your creativity has a place to live. Another overlooked piece is emotional consistency. People don't just subscribe to information, they subscribe to how you make them feel. Are you the person who motivates them when they're stuck? The one who makes them laugh when life feels heavy? The one who explains things in a way that finally makes sense? Pick your lane and dominate it. If your audience shows up for laughs and you suddenly hit them with a serious lecture, you're breaking the unspoken contract. And that doesn't mean you can't evolve, but evolution has to be guided, not random. The next layer is trust, and trust is built through repetition and honesty. If you promise something in your title and don't deliver, you lose trust. If you exaggerate, bait, or mislead, you lose trust. And once again, trust is gone, loyalty dies quickly and quietly. People won't announce they're leaving, they'll just stop clicking. On the flip side, though, when you consistently deliver on what you promise, something powerful happens. Your audience stops needing convincing and they stop hesitating. They just click, and that's when you know you're building something real. Another key factor, is making your audience feel seen. Most creators talk at their audience, but loyal creators talk with them. That means acknowledging the comments, referencing inside jokes, and creating a sense that being part of your channel is an experience, not just a passive consumption. And humans are wired for belonging. And if your channel feels like a place instead of a feed, people will stay. This is why small creators often have stronger communities than bigger ones, and they haven't lost that connection yet. But you don't need a small audience to build that feeling. You just need intention. Speak directly to your viewer like they're one person, not a crowd, because on the other side of the screen, that's exactly what they are. One person deciding whether you matter to them. Another mistake that kills loyalty is chasing trends without context. Okay, trends give you exposure. But if they don't align with your identity, they confuse your audience. Imagine subscribing to someone for thoughtful content and suddenly getting 10 videos about a random trend you don't care about. You feel tricked. Instead, use trends as a vehicle, not a destination. Adapt them to your voice, your niche, your perspective. Make them yours or don't touch them at all. Because loyalty is built on authenticity, not opportunism. And now let's talk about the value, because this is where things get practical. Every video needs to answer one question: why should someone come back? Not why should they watch this video, but why should they invest in your long term? Why should they? That means your content needs depth, not just surface level entertainment. Even if you're funny, there should be something underneath that keeps people thinking, something that makes your videos feel worth their time. Surface level content, it gets views. Depth builds loyalty, and depth doesn't mean complicated. It means meaningful. It means there's a reason your content exists beyond filling the space. Another powerful tactic is creating continuity between your videos. Give people a reason to watch more than one. Reference past content, tease future ideas, and build ongoing themes. When your channel feels like a connected story instead of a random episode, people naturally want to stay. And this is how you turn viewers into followers and followers into fans. You're not just making videos, you're building a world. And once someone feels like they're part of that world, they don't want to leave. And let's also address something uncomfortable. Not everyone is meant to be your audience, okay? Trying to appeal to everyone is the fastest way to build nothing. Loyal subscribers come from specificality, being specific. The more clear you define who your content is for, the stronger your connection will be. And some people won't like it, and that's a good thing, okay? Because the people who do will feel like you made it just for them, and that's the feeling that creates loyalty. And another layer is consistency, but not in the way people usually think. It's not just about posting regularly, it's about showing up as the same person every single time. Your audience should feel like they know you, not the polished, perfect version, but the real one. Perfection creates distance, and authenticity creates connection. If you mess up, own it. If you evolve, explain it. Let your audience grow with you instead of leaving them behind. That transparency builds trust faster than any strategy ever could. Now, here's something that separates average creators from the great ones, though. They study their audience, not just their analytics. Numbers can tell you what's happening, but they can't tell you why. Pay attention to the comments, patterns, reactions. What are people actually responding to? What are they quoting back to you? And what moments are sticking? And that's your gold. Double down on those, because loyalty isn't built by guessing, it's built by listening. And finally, understand that loyalty takes time. There's no shortcuts, there's no hack, there's no trick that replaces consistency, clarity, and connection. You're not just asking people to watch, you're asking them to care. And caring is earned video by video, moment by moment, and decision by decision. But if you get this right, everything else becomes easier and growth becomes more stable. Engagement becomes more meaningful, and your channel stops feeling like a gamble and starts feeling like something you can actually build on. So stop chasing views like they're the finish line. They're not. They're just a side effect. Focus on building something people want to come back to, something that feels familiar but never stale, something that actually matters to the person watching. Because at the end of the day, loyal subscribers aren't created by chance, they're created by design, by intention, and by understanding that behind every click is a human being deciding whether you're worth their time again. Make that decision easy, and you won't just grow, you'll last. Thanks for watching today. If you liked what you saw today and liked what you heard and it did something for you, go ahead and drop a subscription, like, follow. I'd love to hear from you down in the comments section down below too. I respond to every positive comment down below, and I would love to hear from you about your YouTube journey as well. Check out this video to the right. It could also help you on your journey too. Take care, and you have a nice day.